In this video, I'll give you some of the pros and cons we found using the PU100 Ramprack. So we currently own two of them. We've had them for about 2 years. First of all, we'll go over some of the pros. So obviously you don't have a trailer. Now if you have employees, you'll know that that's a big deal. 3 different times we've had employees jackknife trailers and poke a hole in the side of our trucks. And it's not very fun spending $3,000-4,000 replacing it, and then the truck's out of commission. You got to get new vinyl because it got stabbed. You know, it really stinks. So not having trucks jackknife because it's just the truck, that is very nice. So it is about, with the Ramprack, it's about 3 feet longer than a truck, so it's a lot easier to park. So for the most part, you can eliminate trailers unless you're collecting tons of debris or have like several big huge mowers on one truck. That Ramprack is very solid. After a couple years, we've never had anything really fall apart. We had like a blinker cap fall off and just kind of disappear on us, so we had to get another one. But nothing, no major issues that way. If you have a 8-foot truck bed, that's a lot of room to put mowers and debris. There's quite a bit of room in there, especially for one-man crews. We run a lot of one-man crews, and they've worked great for that. Some of the cons, if you have a huge trailer, if you're used to filling the whole truck bed full of grass or a giant area full of grass or mowers, it's only so big. It's a truck bed, a couple feet on the back of it, so it's really about 10 feet of space. Plus you have to fit stuff around the wheel wells of the truck. So you could be limited on space if you need tons of room. If the Ramprack plus the mowers in the back are of a half-ton truck, it's going to kind of push it. So you might need to get leaf springs if you have a half-ton truck, just so it's not super bouncy or maxing it out. A 3/4 ton truck's ideal, but if you add leaf springs, it's not a big deal. So there's a large spring that kind of helps lift the ramp and lower it. One of our trucks, it's kind of worn out a little bit. I think that's probably more normal wear and tear. If you're hanging blowers and things on the railings on the sides, they can be pretty high, especially if you have short guys and they're having to reach clear up above their heads just to get a blower down every lawn and put it back. That could get tiring. You can jump in the back of the truck and do it. It's a little less efficient, but just one thing to keep in mind. So in conclusion, I feel like they're a great option for most people. Just weigh the pros and cons that I mentioned, especially if you have small crews, you don't have giant mowers, you don't have tons of debris. They're pretty darn efficient, and for the price, I think they're really good. And even if you have a half-ton truck, beef up the leaf springs, and you'll be good to go. Thanks.